Well, good afternoon, Amador County. I'm Kam Merzlak, filling in this morning for TSPN's News In-Depth, and we have Kelly Trottier in the studio. Always lovely to see you.
Well, thank you.
It's
great to be here. We're wearing our lime green for mental health.
And we're going to talk all about this and more when we come back right after these messages.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And welcome back. You're watching TSPN's News In-Depth here this morning with Kelly Trottier. Once again, good morning.
Good morning.
Or good afternoon,
I
must say.
Yeah.
I got here in the morning. It's the afternoon now, so we're all good. You're the president of NAMI of Amador.
That's right.
Okay. And you've got a couple of events actually coming up.
We sure do. And I know there was just a commercial for them, and I wanted to sort of give a bigger picture, a little bit of background on that.
Okay.
Each Mind Matters, that term keeps coming up, and that's really the banner for 100 or more mental health agencies in California who are all getting together and working really hard on anti-stigma campaigns and working hard on doing prevention and early intervention. Particularly this year, because what we found, what research shows, what we found is that if you catch someone when they maybe even at the beginning of the signs of mental illness and you work with them and they get into treatment, they can pretty much consistently recover, live normal lives. Early intervention is more about people, maybe they've had an experience of mental illness, but catching them then and providing good treatment programs is a very important piece of their recovery and their ability to go on and live a normal life. So California is really the leader in that, and our banner for the year is Each Mind Matters.
Okay.
And we finally, thank you for wearing the lime green ribbon.
Anytime.
We finally got a color for mental health. So lime green was especially great because it's about renewal, it's about spring, it's about health. And so we're pretty excited to be having these ribbons and wearing them and showing them off.
And they're so vibrant too.
Yeah.
October 6th, you're going to start with the anti-stigma stroll.
Right. And that's, again, this is about health. We spend a lot of time thinking about our mental health, those of us who are sort of in the field, and we don't think a lot about our physical health. So we said, let's do something. Let's not do something formal, a walk that's, time, like anything that's competitive.
Sure.
But let's just do a Sunday stroll. So everybody comes out, people join up, we'll have refreshments, we'll have waters along the way. We're going to walk from First 5 around behind the hospital and around back to First 5. Mm-hmm. And everybody is supposed to wear their happy message, positive message shirt or pin or hat or whatever they have. And I kind of brought something today that I wanted to show off. So here's our NAMI Walks T-shirts. So there are 27 of us who last year participated in the NAMI Walk, the Northern California NAMI Walk. We all got shirts like this, so we're all showing up in our T-shirts, our NAMI Walk T-shirts.
Ready to go. Now this stroll is, I would imagine, open to anyone in the public.
Absolutely. We encourage people to come along. You don't have to have any connection to mental health. Just join up. It's 4 to 5 in the afternoon, so it's after church and before dinner, and
right. And the weather's been phenomenal.
It's really going to be great weather. So so people should do this.
Okay. What else will they find at the stroll?
Well, we're going to. I guess we're going to hand out literature. We're going to let people know especially let people know about the big community dialogue event on October 10th. And we'll have literature from all sorts of organizations that have to do with supporting mental health in the local area.
Right.
So
I went through some of the literature that you were passing out, and this one was talking about suicide and how it is preventable, and just some really, good information here that you could maybe pass on to me. Maybe it's not you, but maybe there's somebody after you read through this that you could find that might fall into some of these categories.
Well, and since 1 in 4 people each year has some episode of mental illness, could be very minor, could be more serious, you're bound to know someone who has...
With 1 in 4.
Yeah, with 1 in 4. And we passed out these at Dandelion Days at our NAMI Amador booth last March at Dandelion Days. I think we passed out maybe 150 of them. People came by, they take them, and then they look at them and come back and say, oh, I could use this. Maybe give me another one.
Sure.
And so it's a very simple message. Suicide is preventable in this case. And we've got lots of other good information.
Right, and there's, I would imagine under the umbrella term of mental illness, there's a wide variety, and you said some things might happen once or twice a year. I would imagine some things could happen more often than that, just depending on which mental illness it was.
Yeah, well, I think the way that we tend to look at it is not sort of which mental illness, but more there's a spectrum of very mild to very severe. So someone might have broken up with their significant other and be very depressed, and they are so depressed that they may not want to go to work, they may not want to eat, but it's something that does pass, and they know that they'll get better and move on. And at the other end of the spectrum, somebody who has a very serious illness, like schizophrenia or bipolar. Well, bipolar disorder itself has a range of mild to severe, but people whose mental illness impacts their lives significantly. So there's a whole spectrum, and if you think about prevention and early intervention, those people at the end of the spectrum that's severe may not have such a severe illness if they get early treatment.
From the beginning.
So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're pushing.
Right. Well, that was very well said. Do you have a office location here in the county?
We actually manage without an office. ATCA is kind enough to give us an extension at their phone number, and so if you call, you can leave a message, and then we'll call you back. And we do a lot of our work at Sutter Amador Hospital and at the Amador County Behavioral Health Center.
Great, and we're speaking with Kelly Trottier this morning, NAMI Amador president, and we're going to run to an ad break, and we'll be back, and we'll hear some more from Kelly. Stay tuned.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.